Welcome to our series of mini interviews by the Brazilian Center for International Relations and the Konrad Adenauer Foundation in Brazil. My name is Gregory Ryan. I'm sitting here with Felix Dane, the representative of the Konrad Adenauer Foundation in Brazil. Felix, you are the host. You have opened the conference on the title of Responsibility and Security in a Multipolar World. Could you share some of your key ideas and thoughts on this conference?
Thank you very much, Gregory. Yes, of course, I'm very pleased to open this conference because I think it's a very timely conference, given the title. It is combining three major debates in international relations on security. One is the multipolar world, the second one is the security in general, and the third one is, of course, the responsibility to protect, with all its flaws of the problem while protecting innocent people are killed, and Brazil has developed this concept of security responsibility while protecting. So I think all these debates are combined in the title, and we had a series of very good debates this afternoon and early in the morning, and I think it led to some fruitful discussions.
Felix, often today and yesterday I realized that one of the issues is the role of values within foreign policy and relations between countries. There are those who would say that they are universal values who apply for everyone, and there are others who would say that different countries have during their histories developed different ways of managing power and organizing their own societies. Looking at these challenges and what you have just mentioned, that trying to get stability and prosperity for the world, is that an important issue that must be overcome, or can we act as a world together, leaving those understandings aside?
No, I think values are very important. Without values, it would be very difficult to reach common understanding. We all have a certain idea that there are universal values like human rights. I think there's always a question to what extent you spread the idea to civil rights, to all details of even animal rights or whatever you want to include into these basic values. But I think on the bottom line, we all have a fundamental global system of one value, which is human life should not be touched. And I think that is very profound. We cannot leave these values aside if you want to do long-term decisions, if you want to develop strategic ideas. Though I think maybe it is a good idea to take cultural understandings from different continents into account and leave room for interpretation. To what extent actually these values can be constrained, at least to a certain degree. That doesn't mean I want to give up the values, but I think we should allow, when discussing with other cultures, when engaging in different areas of the world, that we should at least allow for the possibility to have a different narrative on what this particular value actually means. And I think this is very important, and this is why I think it's very important that universities teach international relations and intercultural disciplines, because I think this will lead to a more global understanding and a more global narrative of at least in the academic world, and then it will spread on to politicians forming these ideas and debating them with the public. I think that's very important, but we can't leave the values behind. I think they're very important.
A last question, could you comment on the importance of a forum such as this one for the relationship between Brazil and South America, who share much in common culture, common history, common languages, but have maybe not been speaking as much with each other as they should or could have?
Yeah, well, from a European perspective, of course, it's very easy to say you should speak more to each other, because we now are doing it quite frequently, but we have not been doing it in history. So, and that is exactly why we are speaking so much to each other now. And I think it is important to have such fora as we had today, to bring together the experts. But I think one could one could divide it into more fora within Latin America in itself and then with the broader world. And I think there's much need for dialogue within Latin America as much as there is need for dialogue between Latin America and the rest of the world. So I think forums like today are important, but there is a need for more. Thank you very much.
Okay, Felix, thank you so much.